like RP. You double click it. If you log in, it won't working. If you log in, it's not reachable here. It's not reachable. So what could be the reason why I am unable to log into the SAP system? So same issues you can come in the real time also. Users are unable to log into the SAP system. So what are the possible reasons? What could be the possible reasons here?
System might be down.
Maybe the dialog only
System might be stopped or paused, sir.
Yeah,
File system. File system.
So downtime.
yeah, it's a
File
maybe
system may
down.
be full.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah, it may be multiple reasons. From our case, you see, it might be multiple reasons. Maybe system is
Yeah.
all the dialog process are occupied. Maybe system is down. The system is down, all the process also will be down, right? Who will pick up our request then? No one will pick up except dialog, right? So here, let's see, all our systems are down. All our systems are stopped status here.
some
Okay.
dispatcher
Yeah,
also sometime
yeah.
work.
Yeah, multiple reasons. All are correct. So we can relate all these issues. So then how to start SAP systems here then? So if sometimes we are unable to log in, our first troubleshooting point is we need to check the whether
Displays.
SAP system is up and running or not. Maybe if we go, maybe SAP system up and running or not, we need to check first of all. So how to check here? Maybe if it's a Windows, right? Windows, we can check in the SAP MMC, SAP Microsoft Management Console. We can check it out. We can pull the data. So that is fine. SAP MMC, we can check it out. So if there is no MMC, what you can check here? MMC is not there. Then, so if it is a Linux, MMC means it's a Linux systems. MMC is not there, means Linux systems are in the Windows also. Windows are, you can see the dpmon command. You can execute the dpmon with SID idiom. You will see the whether the system is up or work process starting or not. You can check from here dpmon command. So dpmon is the command. It will show the status of the your work process status and everything here. So we are in the Windows. Then how to start?
OS level we have to check this. Or
Yeah, OS level only. Why? Because if SAP is down, how can we cannot log in, right? Then everything should have to perform in the operating system level only. So if SAP
OS
up,
level
then
we can perform PSEF grep command also we can.
yeah, Linux level we can check it out this one. Otherwise, dpmon command. So or we want to check the specific process in the Linux command, you can execute it. So maybe you can just type SID idiom, it will display the process. This is also you can use it Linux level. So our MMC, this one also you can use it here. So as part of the SAP starting procedure, so when you're starting the SAP starting, the sequence we have to follow. You should not start like this, like so it should not be start like a different procedure. There is a sequence we have to follow for starting the SAP system. First, DB we have to start. Then ASCS we have to start. Then so PAS we have to start, means primary application server we have to start. So this is the starting procedure, completely starting procedure. Stop means PAS we have to stop, reverse order, then ASCS, then DB. So this DB we have to stop it. So this is the stopping procedure. This is the starting procedure. This is the stopping procedure here. So this procedure we have to start it. So but when you are starting from MMC, it will start, it will start the database, then ASCS will start, then application server will start. Automatically it will take the sequence here. So now let's start AB1. So AB1 is working, right? Or RP1 is working? Which one is we are able to log in?
RP1, sir.
RP1, right?
RP1.
RP1 Ravi.
Okay, super. So now I'm starting. So how to start means just click on the start button here, right? So it will ask the user ID password, then you can enter the administrator user ID password. All the OS level activities, you have to use the administrator or SID idiom, you have to use it here. So when you click on the RP1, just click on the refresh button. See here, immediately your ASCS is started. So DB started already, but ASCS is started. See here, message server, Enqueue server is started. Then it went to the, then it went into the work process here. Then it is starting the work process. All the work process are getting started here. So then dispatcher. So then above work process, all are coming here. But still, you see, still it is in the new status. The work process status should be waiting. It should be waiting here. Then only we can log in, right? See here, just I'm clicking here. So it is connecting. It is connecting. Please wait, please wait, please wait. It is saying that. So why? Because the work process status should be come to the wait status. Now it is waiting, right?
At least
It's
one
wait.
dialog should be
Yeah,
waiting station.
one should be wait status here. So now it's waited. Immediately we got the SAP screen here, right? Immediately we got the SAP screen. Means SAP, we are able to log in now. So why? Because previously what happened now means system is not started. System is down. See here, now all the work process are waiting status, which means so at least dialog work process are waiting. So which means it will definitely, it will pick up the user request. It will pick up the user request here. So here dispatcher, what the dispatcher will do here. So whenever you click on the request, dispatcher will maintain the dispatcher will take and dispatcher will maintain the request in the queue order, means FIFO order. So the dispatcher, normally dispatcher means dispatching the things, contents, maybe whatever it may be. So dispatcher, we will call it as the dispensing, right? So that will be dispatch. So whenever user is trying to log in, dispatcher will pick up that request, then it will maintain in order, FIFO order. It will maintain in the FIFO order. So FIFO order, then will hand over to dialog work process. So that is the order it will follow, right? So first user, when you double click, then immediately dialog will take, and the dialog dispatcher will take and will hand over to the dialog work process. So dispatcher is the process. It will dispatching which will allocate the request to the available dialog work process here. So that is the handover thing. Which will happen here. So normally in your team, if you are the dispatcher is there, what he will perform? He will allocate the tickets based upon your load, right? Based upon the load. Same as like here also, the dispatcher will process your request, will allocate to the available work process based upon the load. So then we got the screen, then we can log into the SAP here. We can log into the SAP. So like we can log into the SAP, then we can see, so we can perform the other activities and everything, we can perform it here. So that is the main thing of the dispatcher here, right? Now you got it. What is the mean by dispatcher? Means dispatching. Dispatcher will hand over the request to the dialog work process here. Even if the dispatcher is down, you cannot log in. Suppose if the dispatcher is down, all right? The dispatcher is down. Suppose if I kill the dispatcher here, we kill the dispatcher immediately. See here, immediately my sessions, all the sessions is gone. SAP is down. See here, immediately SAP is down. It will not give the time. Immediately SAP is down. Why? Because you stopped it. Now, when you start it, you won't log in now. You will get the same error message here. Why? Because there are no error message. There are no dialog process here. All are gone. You stopped it forcefully. Then again, you need to restart. It will start again. Right? That is the thing here. It will happen. So,
Sir,
right? Yes.
hello. Yes, sir. So I have one doubt. Okay, dispatcher. If the dispatcher stop, so then we cannot able to log in. But okay, if in MMC tools we can restart the dispatcher if we don't have MMC tools. So how you will do, sir?
Start SAP commands. So if you don't have SAP command, see here, so for the starting procedure, so if it is that MMC, we can right click. So let me, so write it here. So starting procedure commands. Okay, procedure commands. So here the Windows systems, it is the Windows. Then you have the open the SAP MMC, then right click on the SID, then you can use the stop, start, and restart. You can use it here. That is the Windows, right? So if it is a Linux, no MMC. So what you have to do here? So then you have to use the start SAP, and what is the your instance? So instance number. So D40, like that you have to give. Otherwise, just execute the start SAP all. It will start the all the services in the order. It will start the all the service in the order. See here, the dispatcher is done, everything is done. Then again, I right click and I restarted the instance. So all are done. So that like this, you have to use the commands to start. For stopping, you need to use the stop SAP all. All will be stopped. All means your application ASCS instance and application server, if both are in the one instance, all will be stopped. So that will be stopped. All will be stopped here. So these are the commands: start SAP, stop SAP commands. We have to use it. Okay.
Okay, sir. One scenario happened, sir, with me. Actually, what happened? I don't have MMC. I just tried start SAP command, even SAP control command also tried. So DB is running, sorry, application ASCS is running successfully, and PA is running successfully. Even if I check DB connection, that is also 0000 connection also successfully. Still, I unable to log in GUI. What was the problem, sir? Like I can see the one message, there is a issue with the dispatcher. So dispatcher is not starting.
Okay, dispatcher is not starting when we need to check the logs. Why it is not starting the dispatcher? Whether the dispatcher is waiting for something here. So whether the maximum terminal is reached. So what exactly happened? Because dispatcher will create the work process. So even dispatcher is not started means work process not created. Even though it's created the work process, so it is started, everything is started. Sometimes what will happen, especially for the HANA systems. So it will take longer time for starting. If the more than 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte database is there, where you started everything, you just that dispatcher will go to the handling the high priority queues and everything. It will give the error message. So means it's started, but you can, even though you cannot log in immediately, cannot log in. Same as like now, ours is the small database. Now we can log in. Now we can log into the system with immediately we can log in, and like we can do our work. But for some systems, it's a larger database, more than 1 TB, 2 TB databases. You cannot log in immediately. You need to wait for some time. Why? Because especially for the HANA based system, are you using the HANA database?
Yes.
Yeah, especially what is the DB size?
500 GB.
Okay, some systems, what will happen when in the HANA databases, when you are doing this one, all the data will be unloaded from the main memory to disk, right? That will be unloaded to the disk. When you are starting the HANA database, so it will start, the data will be loaded the first into main memory. It will be loaded to the main memory here. Then it started. Then after that, when you are trying to log in from GUI, it won't work. It won't log in immediately. You need to check the why, because that time all the tables will be loaded, all the data, everything will be loaded from your disk storage to main memory. So during this time, suppose you have the 500 GB data is there. So then all the data should be loaded first. Then you can log in. Your remote connection will work. Sometimes it may happen. In my cases also, so the systems may take a longer time. The systems may take very longer duration. Systems may take very longer duration for these things, very longer durations. So we have to carefully restart, especially for the HANA based systems. So we have to carefully do this one. Okay, that is the main thing here. Okay, so that is the starting and stopping procedure. So once you log in, now we know. The last time we discussed about the yesterday. So coming to our class, so here we discussed about the dialog work process, right? Update we discussed. Then some of the other transaction code ST22 above dumps SM21 we checked. So we checked out the some of the. So now in the next series, once the dialog update is completed, the next one is the Enqueue work process. Enqueue work process. Enqueue is like locking mechanism. Locking mechanism. It will lock the your request. Whenever you are logging to the system, it will lock your request. Suppose example, locking means, so the transaction code is the SM12. Suppose outside of the scenario, I will give the one scenario here, right? There is a bus. In the bus, you have the seats, window number 20, window number 22, window number seats are there. Suppose like window number 20, it is displaying in the display mode, it is displaying window 1, right? Window 2, like that it is displaying here. So I am here, and also one of your guy, you are also here. Maybe so we'll take the Arun sir here. Okay, so Arun also here. Then so I am also trying to book the same window seat I have chosen, right? So the Arun also chosen the same window seat, but it will not allocate the same seat to the both the person, right? It will say like this request, this seat already locked by, already being processing or locked, whatever the text we maintain, it will be locked by the some other user. Why? Because you already the first in first out, right? Where you have already initiated the connection. Then so for other persons it will show like the ticket already, that seat already booked one. So right. So this type of mechanism, the locking mechanism, when you click on this ticket, it will be locked. So this type of mechanism will be taken care by the Enqueue work process here, right? Otherwise, what will happen? I am also booking the same ticket. You are also booking the same ticket. One seat, both the persons. How it is possible, right? So the system is not behaving correctly. So that is the main. So means locking is not happening. That's the reason SAP also, to avoid this type of scenarios, we will call it as the inconsistency. So that is the reason same order cannot be booked by both the persons, right? Order will be duplicate, done different orders, right? Same as like here also. So here in SAP also. So here, let me take the two sessions here. So here, what I will do here, I am going to edit something. I am going to edit the one thing I am going to edit here, right? I have opened the edit mode. Same time, you don't know who is working or there. Same time, you are also trying to edit something, but it will give the information like, so boss, particular person already locked you already locked this table. You can only display is possible. Means both the time, same time, both the persons cannot do same thing here, right? So that is the reason system will tell you who locked and everything when you're trying to access. So if you go to the SM12 and go and check it out here, who locked and everything, you will see the one lock entry here. You will see the one lock entry here. Lock entry, you got the lock entry. Who initiated? 0001 client, 001 client, basis user. This is the timelines here. This is the timelines. Your request has been locked here, right? This is the timelines. Request has been locked here. So that is the main thing here, right? So suppose I have done my work here, right? I have done my work here. Then close it here. You have done my work here. You closed it here. Everything you closed it here. Then when I open the next session, that time again your lock will be removed. Then again, if you use it, you can do that one. Why? Because still I'm in the system. I'm in the same transaction code, right? I can only do the display. I can only do the display possible here. I can only do the display here, right? So now in another person, he can do editing now. He can do edit now. Immediately the lock will be removed here. Only display. I want to only display here, right? That display is possible here. So that is the reason some cases, some table entries, so both the persons cannot be edited the same time. Why? Because due to some order inconsistency related issues, so that we cannot edit same time. Here, the Enqueue will take care of this request. So if you go and list it, Now there is no lock. What happened? The user is gone. He's done the transaction. He logged out. Then immediately the lock also will be gone. Right? So that is the main thing of the locking mechanism here. Locking mechanism. So locking mechanism means so user both the users cannot edit the same time here. Both the multiple users cannot edit the same thing in the same time. So who will protecting? Who is helping here? Enqueue work process here, which is there in the ASCS instance. ASCS instance, the enqueue process is there here. So which is helping us? Enqueue process helping us to perform this task, to avoid some collisions, to avoid some inconsistencies. Enqueue process will take care of this one. So dialog taking the user request, assigning to the taking the request and processing the user request here. So then update, once user done in the dialog mode, user done any transactions, then updates. So the update work process will update that records into the table level. It will update it here, right? So those things update will take care. Enqueue means locking mechanism, lock entries. Locking mechanism will happen in the enqueue. So that is the enqueue thing will happen here like this. Okay. So that is the enqueue mechanism. SM12, we can see the locking mechanism in the system, right? So that is the main thing here. Got it? Any questions from anyone?
No, sir.
Yeah. Oh my God. Is it our system only? You see here, yesterday 504. So dumps are there, runtime errors. What is it mean? Go to the yesterday's one. See, oh my God, many number of dumps are there here. So what is this SQL error? So I think some space issue, is it? The DB error, DB space related issues. That's why you see lot of things, lot of DB errors. So many things already exist. So object, so lot of already things are there. So here we can see which user, basis user, what is the client and what is the dump. So here we can find out the dump analysis here. Just try to find out here. So what happened here? There is a SQL error when accessing the program. Means it's unable to access the SAP, basically unable to access the data from database level. It might be the reason space issue, right? Space also full, then how it can access? That is the space issue. Then we can find out what is the issue here. We go to the system information. What is the system? All the information will be displayed here. Then user transaction. What is the user? What is the client? And what is the program here? Then what is the, maybe this may be the load generator program. Load generator program, I guess. Yesterday we executed, right? That might be the program which created the trouble, I guess. Right? When the system is down, it's trying to initiate, it's unable to down here. So that may be the reason here. Multiple persons, multiple times. So might be the reason. So here, what happened in the dump here? The database error. What can I do here? Check note actions, check in the system if there are any notes are there, relevant solutions here. Short test, how to correct the error here. So here they have given us some solutions here. Information on where it is corrected here. So you have the clear information is there here. So here you have the clear information to find out the runtime errors here, everything here. So maybe this is only yesterday, I guess. Today I don't see anything here. Maybe today I don't see anything here, only 504 yesterday. Today I see some, yesterday I see and also space related issues in the system. So already it's very less previously. Now it's in the 32 GB only. Multiple things are installed here. So it's not the good one, right? So it's multiple things are installed here. So space, today nothing, but yesterday we have the 504 errors, which means something is wrong here. So that is like some DB related errors, DB SQL related errors, means some issues with the database side. Like that, you may get the lot of dumps in the system. Lot of dumps you will get in the systems here. Lot of dumps you will get in the systems. That we have to fix. That we have to fix it out. Right? That we have to fix it out in the systems. So to check whether the space issue or what is happening, all the activities we have to perform it here. Right? That is the one. So the next one. So ST22 we have seen now. But apart from that, we have the in the DVEBMGS, DVEBMGS. So next one is the background. Background is there, but background work process will take time. So I think that time is not sufficient. It will take a lot of time. So we have to start freshly, but background. But before that, we have the other transaction codes also we have to discuss. So one is like SM04. So here in SM04, logged on users list, we can find out in the SM04. If we go to the SM04 transaction code, here you can see the how many users are logged in here, what is the user, all the information will be displayed here. Currently, I am only one person, I logged into the system. So that is why it is showing my user. Suppose if I log in with the another user, different one, right? Suppose like I will log in with the DDIC user. I'm going to the SM50 I'm using here. So let's go to the SM04 and see there is a one more record is generated. What it is doing is opened the SM50 transaction code is opened. So like this, so here we can find out the how many users are logged into the, here we can find out the how many users are logged into the systems. So that information we can find out from here, SM04. So it is a logged on users list, right? The next one, AL08 here. So which means all logged on system wide. Here the multiple application servers, all the application servers related to you, how many users are logged in, all users list will be showed here, right? Suppose you want to log off that user. Suppose I want to log off this DDIC user, then we can forcefully log off that one. We can forcefully log off the user here. Just to log off the user system wide, then the user will be discontinued. See here, we got the message like system has been discontinued. Backend system was closed by the system administrator, right? System administrator here. Just refresh, the session is gone, right? So these things we can, sometimes what happens, users will log in, it will execute a lot of things, then the memory usage is very high, then others they are unable to access it, maybe some due to some issues with this user, then he is also trying to log off, he is unable to do, just we can forcefully log off here. We can do the forcefully log off here. We can forcefully log off the system user from here, we can do that one. So that is the one thing we can perform it in the systems. One thing we have to perform it in the systems. That is the main thing here. Okay. So that is the, so users logged on users list, and one is the SM04 and AL08 here. AL08 means, so it kind of system wide all users list will be displayed, not only one application server. This is only one application server. We have more than one, all system wide users list will be displayed here. How many users are logged in, what activities they are doing it, all activities will be displayed here. The next one is called the SM51 to check the active application servers. Active application servers, we can check it out here. SM51 to check the active application servers. Here we can check it out here, right? So that is the one thing here, SM51. Suppose if you go to the SM51, normally as a day-to-day activity, we have to go to the SM51 transaction code. We have to check the whether the application servers are active or how many are there, how many are active. Here we can see. If the one now we have the two, only one is displaying means other one is this down. Other one is stopped status here. Other one is stopped status here. So that is the one thing we can see it in the systems. That is the active application servers, right? That is the one. And also, so that is the XM51, SM50, ST22, SM21 system locks, SM12 system locks, that system lock LOCK, right? That we can check. Here the major thing is SM21 means system logs. SM12 means system lock. So 12 reverse, 21 reverse, then see only small difference here. Okay, don't get confused here. So that is the one thing here. So apart from that, normally sometimes we may have to execute the some transaction code. So suppose if you want to view the tables data, suppose in the database level, so data which is storing in the database level in the form of table level, it will store it here. You want to check what data is there in the table level. So in that case, how to check? We have to log into the database level. No need. From SAP 11, you can use from SE11 to SE16 transaction code to view the content, to view the data in the database level, contents in table level, tables level, we can view the contents. Suppose example, if you see here, SE16 or SE11, some table, suppose like USR02, example, one table here. Why I mentioned here means in this table, all your users will be created. All your users will be created here. Just USR02, click on the OK button here. Then so it is pulling the data from database level. So you don't need to log into the go to the database level, see the from SAP level also. So there is a transaction code to view the tables data. This is the transaction code SE11 to SE16 to view the contents in the table level. So we can use this one. We can view the table contents in the table level, whatever the data is there, that data will be displayed. See here how many users are there. So all users data is got displayed here. See here how many users, basis 1, 2, 3, BDSC, SAP star, all users data got displayed from the table level. So whenever you create it, one more entry will be created here. So like this, the table size will be increased. So table size will be increased like this here. So so that is the reason from SE11 to SE16. So this is also tables view. This is the SE16 is the direct table view. SE11 is for the, we can also create the table, dummy tables also we can create it here. So that will be stored into the database level. So SE16 direct creation is not possible. Only here SE11 we can create edits, everything is possible, right? It is the creation of the entries here, not the table creation. So that is the purpose of the table. So suppose if you want to view the tables data, we can use the so SE11 to SE16, SE11 or SE16, we can use it to see the table data and everything here, table data and everything here. So that is the tables related. And also sometimes we may have to execute the some programs. The developer, they will develop the programs, or so they will ask us to execute it, or they will execute it here. So that time, so what we have to do it here. So for the execution of the programs or reports, anything, we can use the SA38 or SE38 transaction codes. We can use it to view the like to execute the program or to execute the programs or reports. Programs or reports we can execute it here. SA38 or SE38 we can use it here. SE38 or SA38 we can execute the programs. Suppose there is a one program here. Suppose example programs. So there are some programs are there. So any program, normally Yeah, programs are available here. Some standard programs are there. It will starts with the ARS star, right? So you want to view this code, source code. You see the code of the program. Normally they will write the codes. Developers they will write the codes, right? This is the code here. So this one we can see the code. Maybe if you want to execute the program, we can execute it here. So that will save it here, right? That will save it here. So that is the one thing here. So that we can do it here. And also we can also create the variants. So first of all, we just learn about the code, the programs. So any programs or reports, if you want to execute or if you want to see the data, we can use the SE38 or SA38. So here we can create the programs. We can also create some programs also, but it's not our duty to create it here. So developers, they will do the development activity as a day-to-day activity. They will do all the developments and everything. They will perform it in the systems. Right? So that is the one thing they will perform in the system development activities. Right? So that is the one thing. So for the program execution, manually we have to execute it. Normally developers, what the developer will do means they will development of the code, programs, reports, everything they will do. Right? So here they will do all the work here. In the SE11 or SE16, they will use it. SE11 on the SE38 or SE38, we can use it. They can use the here. They can use it. They will execute it here. So SA38 means direct execution. So SA38 means kind of direct. We can see the program here. So but SE direct we can execute it here. But SE is for editing also. Maybe if you want to create, do whatever you want, you can do SE38 here. All those things we can perform it here. So that is the source code of the programs and everything. So this one we have to execute. They will write the code. Maybe they will execute it to see the output, or they will ask us to execute it. We will do it, or they will ask us to schedule one job to run it in the every day 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. They will ask us to do. So we have to perform. We have to perform that activity here. Either SA38 or SE38. We have to do this one. Okay. So this is the programs and reports. SA38 or SE38 is for the programs and reports we have to execute. SE11 to 16, that is the table content. Table content we can see. Okay. So this is the transaction code. Try to practice these transaction codes, I think. So for today, that's it. So maybe we can discuss more, but first of all, you need to put your hands. You have to practice some basics, that then only we can discuss more, right? So just try to practice here.